Welcome to class today. This is our Thera Yoga class. So we'll start in our chair, sitting in your chair with a little bit of a wedge to keep those hips slightly above the knees. Find your breath. Become aware of that air coming in through your nostrils as you inhale. Welcome, Anne-Marie. We're recording today so that we can have this when I'm in Hawaii. You can have this recording. So breathing in deeply, feeling that air come in through your nostrils, filling your lungs at the top, middle, lower part. Feel that expansion. And as you exhale, you're using that abdomen to press the air out of the body. Again, inhaling nice and deeply. And exhaling completely. Let's take those hands and shake them out a bit. Give yourself a shoulder roll. Small rolls. Forward a little bit, up a little bit, and around and back, mostly. Bringing those shoulders home with that action. There is a slight external rotation of the arm as your shoulders come home. Notice that. Do a few more shoulder rolls here, just noticing how nice it feels. I hope it feels nice to you. And because I've been doing these so much over the last few years, I don't have that cricking, cracking, crackling sound that happens for some of us during these. It resolved. So let's shake those arms out and bring your awareness now to your feet. And just feel your groundedness for a moment. Your feet, it's best probably to have them at least hip width apart and that bean shape. Let's wake them up a little bit with that kneading kind of action. And you can add your hands as you knead gently, feet and hands. Now let's add that movement forward, inchworm forward. And then back. Feel how your feet are working as you inchworm forward and back. And with this action, hopefully we'll get a little more strength in the feet and flexibility. So a little bit more of this inchworm forward and back. Waking up the arches, joints, muscles in your feet. And now inchworm those feet to where your knees and your ankles are most comfortable. Sit up nice and tall. Squeeze those glutes for a moment. Just feel your sits muscles, those muscles that you're sitting on. Squeeze them and then soften and relax. Squeeze. Notice how you lift up, and you can do that with an inhale and really feel that expansion and lift. And as you exhale, soften a little bit, relax those gluteals. One more time, inhale, squeeze. And exhale, relax. Let's take those arms alongside the body and do a few moving mountains, stretching those spine. So exhale completely. That gets you ready. Now with an inhale, float those arms up. And you can squeeze those glutes at the same time and feel that length in your body as you lift the arms up, and as you exhale, relax and float the arms back down alongside your body. Let's do that a few more times, inhaling. And maybe you're even pressing into your heels just slightly as you lift. So your whole body does a little bit of work here. And as you exhale, float back down, noticing how that relaxation comes into your body. One more time, inhale, float those arms up. Feel any muscles that feel good, squeezing. Now let's keep those arms up there. And as you exhale, soften a little bit, relax a little bit, but keep the arms up there. And then inhale again, stretch the arms up. And this time, as you exhale, float that right arm down and gently, just a little bit, turn your head to look towards the right. Relax that arm. Notice how that feels. And as you inhale, float the arm back up. The head comes forward. Feel that stretch. Exhaling, floating the left arm down, turning just a little bit with that head. Relax the arm. And as you inhale, float the arm back up. The head turns forward. Feel the stretch. You can wiggle those fingers a little bit. Shake the arms out if that feels good. And as you exhale, float the arm down on the right side. Maybe this time you'll turn your head a little bit more. Relax the arm. As you inhale, float that arm back up. Head comes forward. Feel the stretch. Exhaling, float the left arm down, gently turning a little bit more towards the left. Relax the arm. As you inhale, float the arm back up. Head turns forward. Feel the stretch, particularly in the sides of your body. And as you exhale, float that right arm down one more time. This time, maybe your head wants to turn enough so you can glance over your shoulder, relaxing that shoulder. And as you inhale, float the arm back up. Head comes forward. Feel the stretch. Exhaling, left arm floats down, gently turning to look towards the left. This time, glance over the shoulder with your eyes. And as you inhale, float the arm back up. Bring the head forward. Feel the stretch. Let's wiggle those arms a little bit, shake them out a little bit. And then bring your awareness to the back of your body. And as you lower your arms slowly, consciously, feel that area between your shoulder blades. A little bit of a squeeze. Just notice that action. And notice how maybe your palms will face up. That external rotation is happening. Give yourself a few shoulder rolls here. Shake if that feels good for you. And now let's bring that awareness back to the feet and do our tapping. So make sure that your knees are happy. You can give your knees a little love here. Sit up tall and let's start tapping for 30 seconds. So tap the front of the feet, the heels stay on the floor, and notice the movement that comes up through your body. Keep breathing deeply and gently. We're going to go for a few more seconds to take it to 30 seconds. Breathing in deeply, exhaling completely. And that's about 30 seconds now. Relax, relax, relax. And you can stretch each foot, bringing the toes to the floor, stretching the front of the leg. Each leg gets a little stretch. And coming back to a nice centered mountain pose. Let's shake those arms out. And I'd like to do our breathing exercise today. So this Bhastrika or bellows breath, okay, that toning of the abdomen with the exhale. So in as relaxed a way as possible, your shoulders are relaxed at home. Take your hands for a moment and stretch your neck here. Give the back of the neck a little stretch. That will bring your chin down a little bit. And have the neck aligned above the spine as best you can. So we want to stay relaxed. And we are working the abdomen on the exhale. So we're going to do about 30 of these breaths with the emphasis on the exhale. The inhale just happens as you relax. It just happens naturally. So don't worry about the inhale. It's going to happen when you relax after your exhale. So again, we'll do about 30. And first, we're just going to, you can take your hands into Chin Mudra, the thumb and forefinger touching. And you can close your eyes during this exercise. So let's take a couple of nice deep breaths. Preparing for our Bhastrika practice or our bellows practice. Exhale completely. Again, a nice deep inhale. Feeling that whole torso. And exhale completely. The third breath will be getting ready for exhaling 30 times. Here we go. Now, as you exhale, force it out through your nostrils. And inhaling deeply. Relax as you exhale completely. We're going to take another nice deep inhale and exhale. And then on the third breath, we're going to hold it for about 30 seconds. Another nice deep inhale. And a long exhale. Now prepare yourself to hold that breath for about 30 seconds. And if it doesn't feel comfortable, just go ahead and breathe deeply and comfortably. Here we go. And exhaling gently with control. 2 nice deep inhales. And long exhales. And the third breath. We'll do our bellows breath one more time. So second, nice deep inhale. And a long exhale. Completely releasing all that breath. And the third time, we'll be ready for our second practice of Bhastrika breath. Here we go. And after that 30th exhale, nice deep inhale, and a long exhale. And one more time, nice deep inhale, and long exhale. Good. If your eyes are closed, you can open them up now and just breathe naturally. We'll skip a second holding of the breath. Shake those arms out, shoulder roll. Now let's do another tapping. So as you're ready, bring your feet to where they're most comfortable and tap. Keep breathing. We'll go for 30 seconds. About 10 more seconds. And relax. Notice the difference. And stretch each leg and turn, turning those toes under, feeling that stretch in the front of your leg. Keep breathing. Good. Sitting up tall. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of weightlifting. And after we do a little bit of weightlifting, I'd like to do one more breathing exercise. I hope you like it. So let's go ahead and do a little calf lifting here, sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed at home, neck is in alignment, and you're just lifting and lowering those heels and the fronts of your toes alternately. Keep breathing. Good. Now settle those feet down wherever they're most comfortable. Bring your arms alongside your body. And let's do some bicep curls. So bicep curls with the wrist neutral. Let's just do a few kind of free form, whatever feels right for you. 10, let's do 10 lifts 3 times. So here's 2. And don't be afraid or don't hesitate to change the angle of your arms so that you can work on slightly different muscles as you lift the weights. So there's no reason to do it the same every time. Just change those angles a little bit, keeping the wrist neutral. I think this is about 5 or 6. 7. Nice and slow, builds muscles faster. 8. 9. And 10. Let's just let those weights be in the arms, feeling that weight, but keeping strong. You don't have to let those shoulders leave home, but keep them strong. Keep breathing. Now let's do a tricep extension with the weights, bringing the weights above your head. Keep that neck as best you can aligned above the spine. So you're not leaning the head forward. That means you have to really bring those weights back. Let's do 5 of these. 1, 2, nice and slow with awareness. You can hold those weights together or separate. 4. And 5. Lowering the weights down slowly. Make sure those shoulders are at home with a little shoulder roll on each side. And let's do another set of bicep curls. 1. Nice and slow. 2. Varying the way you're lifting. 3. Notice the different muscles that get worked on if you change the angle. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Roll your shoulders one at a time. One more set of 5 tricep extensions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lowering those weights slowly with awareness, bringing them down. A little shoulder roll on each side and one more set of bicep curls. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's set those weights down. Ooh, do your arms feel lighter? After you set those weights down, shake those arms out, give yourself a shoulder roll. Let's do a little stretching of the arms here in our seat. As you inhale, float the arms up parallel with the floor. And then exhale them together. Lower those shoulders. You can let the elbows be bent. Let's stretch that left arm out to the side as you slide your right fingers up the arm and across the chest. Feel that squeeze between your shoulder blades. Then bring the hands back to center. And do it on the other side, letting that right hand come out to the side. Stretch across the front of your body. Feel that stretch. Coming back to center. Let's do that a few more times. Left arm stretches out. Feel that stretch. Maybe you're inhaling here and exhale back to center. Just breathe. Doesn't really matter. You can inhale here if that feels good and exhale back to center. Let's do it one more time on each side. And if it's too warm, you don't really have to touch yourself. You can do this subtly. In fact, let's practice that. Just have your hands kind of close. You can even feel that warmth from your hands if you aren't touching your body. You can still feel the energy. Just notice that for a moment as you hover your hands near each other, bringing them together or close. You can feel that energy. And you can feel the energy coming up your arm, across your chest, even if you're not touching yourself. Just notice that. Coming back to center. Let's go ahead and let those elbows bend and just have a little ball of energy in between your hands for a moment here. Just notice that ball of energy. You can change it a little bit, change the shape a little bit, perhaps, just for fun, noticing that energy. Can you feel that energy in between your hands? Any amount. Let's shake it out a little bit. And take your hands one more time. Pat yourself on the back and slide those fingers up the neck. Give yourself a little stretch here. Feel that stretch. Manually lifting the skull a little bit. Release. Take your hands to your hips. Use your shoulders now to suspend that spine just a little bit. Feel that stretch. Exhale, release. Roll your shoulders. Let's come up to standing now. So come on up to standing. Shake it out a bit. Find your mountain pose. So we like our feet about hip width apart. Most of us, that suits us pretty well. About hip width apart. You can start with the feet parallel, bring the weight forward, just lift slightly and turn the heels in. And then set those heels down. You've got your bean-shaped feet now. Knees and hips stay soft. You can check the softness of your joints here by just gently bringing the sides of your hands to that groin area. And notice if you're too tight, you won't move. If you've got that softness, you move easily. Okay, do a little rebounding here. So bouncing those heels up off the floor, breathing in deeply and gently. Notice how you feel. Good. Let's do a balance pose. So make this a fun balance pose. Use your prop as needed. We're just going to be standing on one leg and maybe shaking the other out or rotating the ankle. Do something that feels right for you. Exhale yourself. Feel that groundedness. Feel your exhale grounds you. With an inhale, shift your weight to the right side. You're emptying the weight from the left. Now you can peel that left heel up off the floor and release the foot from the floor. Just rotate that ankle or shake the foot out a little bit, using a prop to keep yourself upright. Stay nice and firm in your standing leg. As you maybe bring your hands to your waist or one hand to your waist and rotate that left ankle a little more. You can shake it out, point and flex. And now let's bring that foot back down to the floor. Shift your weight into both feet and notice how one leg, the leg that lifted, might feel a little different than the leg that stayed grounded. Maybe, maybe not, just notice. And as you're ready, exhale completely. And then inhale, shift to the left. Exhale, feel that groundedness, staying soft in the hips and knees. And peel the right foot off the floor, lift it up, and do what feels fun for you. Maybe it's a little shake, a little rotation. Keep breathing, staying nice and strong. You can use your prop to stay upright. Feel the strength in your standing leg and your hips. And whatever is holding you here, what is it? Maybe what is holding you here? Probably these muscles at the top. And as you're ready, come back to your mountain. Notice how you feel. Shake it out. Let's do our lunging and leg lifts. So leg lifts with the support of your chair. Stand up nice and tall and find whatever support feels best. Let's start by bringing the left leg forward, right leg back, any amount of a lunge. So it can be here, can even be here, here, wherever feels good for you. Feel your lunge. Get your hips nice and even. We're facing the chair now. So the hips are facing the chair, the toes slightly out, as well as the knee just slightly out. Just feel the strength in this pose for a moment as you breathe in and out. So notice your gluteals. You can even take your hands and just give them a little squeeze. Encourage them to be strong. They're a huge part of every step you take. Use them. Grow them. If your heel is down, you can really feel them. If you want to just release that heel from the floor, let the knee bend, and do a little movement here. Just easy movement with your leg that's stretched in the back, lifting that, letting the heel release from the floor, and then sending that heel towards the floor. As you send the heel towards the floor, can you feel all that muscular action all the way up to your waist? Notice that. Ooh, it feels good. Keep breathing. Do this a little bit more. And just notice how it feels. As you're here in this lunge, contract all those muscles that are holding you here, especially as you inhale. Feel that contraction. And as you exhale, soften a little bit. Let's take 3 breaths like that. Inhale. Feel all the muscles. Really give them a good squeeze. And as you exhale, soften a little bit. Notice the difference. One more breath here, squeezing those muscles around your hips, your legs. And exhale, soften. Let's step forward. Shake it out. Switch sides. So now the right leg is forward, left leg is back. And do that same action with your leg, a little at a time. Keep breathing. You can change your lunge a little wider, a little narrower. Do what feels good in your body. Keep breathing. Letting the knee just bend easy. And then let it straighten easy, sending that heel towards the floor. Now let's do those 3 breaths, really consciously squeezing all those muscles. So can you feel them squeezing as you inhale, and then soften a little as you exhale? Inhale, squeeze all the muscles that are keeping you in this form. Exhale, soften a little bit. One more time, squeeze all those muscles. And exhale, soften. Let's step forward and shake it out a bit. Notice how you feel. Let's do a little bit of a squat in a goddess pose. So wider stance. I think I'm going to change my mat so it's the other way, so I can have that support of the mat under my feet. Okay, so slightly wider. Remember, the hips and knees are soft and bendy. You find your best, whatever it is. It might just be hip width, might be shoulder width, might be a little wider. Exhale completely in this pose. And now with an inhale, gently float your arms up. And as you exhale, bend those elbows and knees, coming into goddess stance. Let's go up and down a few times. Inhale. If it feels right for you, you can look up, gather some healing energy, and exhale, sink into goddess. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, sink into goddess. One more time, inhaling up. And exhale, sink. This time, let's stay here for 3 breaths, just noticing how this feels. And again, you can really squeeze those muscles that are holding you here as you inhale. And soften a little as you exhale. Breathing in deeply, exhaling completely. Let's inhale up. And exhale, gather some good energy, bringing it right into your heart. Let's heel toe those feet gently back to a comfortable mountain stance, and just notice how you feel. Shake it out a little bit. How do you feel? Okay, back to a wider stance. This time we're going to turn towards the right. So notice your whole torso turns a bit. So turning the right foot out towards the right, and then the left also comes a bit towards the right as well. Let's do a little triangle here. So keep your knees soft yet straight. If they want to bend, it's okay. It's not a big deal. So you're kind of facing the side, right? Let's take that right arm and slide it down to your knee or somewhere on the right leg. And then lift that left arm up so that the fingertips are pointing towards the ceiling. Just breathe. Take a nice deep inhale. And we're stretching this part of the body a bit. Just notice that as you inhale, exhale, soften a little bit. Now, if it feels right for you as you inhale, turn your head gently to look up that extended arm. As you exhale, bring that left hand to your back. Maybe it's the back of the hand that comes to the sacrum. Relax those shoulders and turn to look down at that right foot. As you inhale, unwind that left arm, gently turning to look up. And as you exhale, bring the hand again to the back and gently turn to look down at that right foot, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Inhale one more time, turning to look up that left arm towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, gently bring that left arm to your back and look down towards your right foot. Breathe. Nice 3 nice deep breaths, exhaling completely. Now your hand is on your back. So maybe just feel that as you inhale. You can feel the upper body filling with air. Maybe you can feel a little bit in the lower body. And as you exhale, maybe you can feel that slight lengthening in the lower back. Just a little bit. Just notice. If your hand is on the back, just notice if there's any movement there as you're breathing. Let's turn those toes forward. Turn your whole body to be forward now. And just take a breath or two, noticing how you feel, comparing the two sides. Now, as you're ready, turn those feet towards the left. So you can work heel toe them over towards the left. Both feet, the left foot might be parallel with the mat. Toes pointing at the edge of the mat. And you're open to the side pretty much. So take that left hand and you can support your knee. Just give it some love. Bring the right hand up. Keep breathing. Inhale, reach that arm up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, soften. Now, if you like, turn your head as you inhale to look up. And as you exhale, bring that right hand to your back, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Turn to look down at the left foot. Inhale, lifting, opening up, looking up. Exhale, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Turning gently to look down at that left foot. One more time. Inhale, turning to look up. And exhale, gently turning to look down at that left foot. Keeping those shoulders relaxed. Stay here and breathe 3 breaths. Nice deep inhales. And you can feel your back a little bit as you exhale. Perhaps there's slight movement. Just notice. Maybe, maybe not. Notice any movement you might be able to detect with your hand. And as you're ready, release that. Bring your feet forward and you can heel toe those feet back to your mountain pose. Shake it out a little bit. Okay, let's do a little more for our legs. So finding a nice supported place where you can do these slight forward folds here. So keep your feet at least hip width apart and just do a few little forward folds here. Inhale, nice tall spine. Exhale, hinging at those hips. Fold. How does it feel? Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, folding. Notice how it feels. Your knees and hips stay soft. Let's come up again. And now bring your feet a little closer together if they were really wide. And let's shift to the left leg and bring that right leg out 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now back 10 times. 1, 2, feel it in those glutes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And back to your mountain. Notice how you feel. Nice deep inhale, nice complete exhale. And prepare for the other side. So shifting the weight to the right and bringing that left leg out 10 times. 2, any amount. Keep the knee soft. Doesn't have to be straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And return to your mountain. Little rebounding. Roll the shoulders. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. Shake those legs out if that feels good for you. Now let's do the same thing, but a little bit different. If you want to bend your knee this time, bend your knee. If you want to give a different angle, do a different angle. So let's do another 10, shifting first to the left side and bringing that right leg out. So maybe the knee is bent this time. 3, do something that feels good for you. If you like this, do the knee bend or go back to the straight leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming back to center. Just take a moment. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale completely. Shifting again to the left. Bring that right foot up. And this time we'll send it back with the knee bending and straightening if that feels right for you. 4, 5. You can do it again. Straight leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And return to your mountain. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. We'll do the other side. Inhaling, shift to the right. Exhale, ground. Bending the knee and lifting that left leg out 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest a moment. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale completely. Shifting again to the right. Now that left leg comes back 10 times. Either bending or straightening the knee or keeping it straight leg. You choose what feels best for you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And back to your mountain. Notice how you feel. Roll those shoulders. Rib cage anchors in. Tall spine. You can even take your hands once more to your hips and press down gently here as we're standing in a mountain. Give yourself a little more length in that spine, and then release. Shake it out. Okay, so now let's do another wide-legged. I hope you're not tired of these. This time we'll do our hero 2. So work your feet over towards the right foot pointing, and this time the knee will be bent slightly. Nice and bent. But we're going to start with it straight. So as you exhale here with your legs pretty straight in a lunge, and as you inhale, let that knee bend and open up your arms to the side. So open them up, they're parallel to the floor pretty much, and as you exhale, you can bring your hands back to your legs. Inhale, opening up, you're bending your knee, and put some pressure into your heels. And as you exhale, soften out of the pose. This time we'll stay in the pose. Inhale, opening up those arms, pressing into your feet. And as you exhale, soften a little bit, but stay in this pose. Inhale, feel like you're drawing those arms away from each other. You're stretching your body, both front and back. And as you exhale, soften a little bit. One more breath, stretching that body and the upper body, front and back. Oh, feel that stretch. And exhale, soften and relax your arms down. Let's turn those toes forward again. Take a moment, take a breath. Notice how you feel, and then turn them towards the left. So once again, we're going to inhale, opening up the arms and bending the knee. Feel that stretch across your body. As you exhale, bring your hands back to your legs. Inhaling, open up. Reach those fingertips away. Exhale, soften back to where we started. One more time. This time we'll stay for 3 breaths. Inhale. Feeling that stretch across your body, both front and back. Exhale, soften a little bit. Inhale, stretch those arms away from each other. Exhale, soften a little bit. One more breath. Inhale, stretch your arms away from each other. And now as you exhale, bring those hands back down and bring the toes all forward. Let's go ahead and heel toe those feet back to a mountain. Shake it out a little bit. Okay, so now let's come onto the floor or your recliner, and we'll do a little bit of our, and if you're on the floor, get yourself ready for your inversion. If you're in your recliner, maybe you can have a bit of an inversion too. I'm not sure about that. You can put something under your knees if that feels good. So come onto the floor. Give your spine a stretch. Once again, you can manually stretch a little bit by pressing on the tops of your hips, pressing that tops of your hips down towards your feet. And then take your hands to the back of your body, the back of your shoulders, and slide those fingers up your neck. Give that neck some length. Slide the shoulders home. Let's take those arms up and shake them out. Cross the right over the left and give yourself a hug. Now with your elbows stacked one on top of the other, do that tiny little infinity symbol. Draw the tiny little infinity symbol with your elbows 4 times one way and 4 times the other way. Can you feel that in your torso, in your core muscles? Just a little bit. Notice that. There's a little bit of that shearing action as you do that in your torso. Just notice that. Let's take any tension you might feel after that action and shake it out. Now cross the left over the right and do the same thing, drawing that infinity symbol, tiny little infinity symbol with your elbows. One way 4 times, and then the other way 4 times. Now, these are micro motions. That's all we need sometimes, the micro motions. Notice that. And then take any tension You might be able to slide out of your arms and shake it out. Let's do a pencil stretch here. So bring your feet together, point the toes, bring the arms up overhead and stretch the whole body with a pencil stretch as you inhale. And as you exhale, soften, let the limbs just flop out. Let's do that again. Inhale, point and stretch. And exhale, soften and flop, bringing the arms alongside the body. Slide those shoulders home. Relax the arms. And hopefully you're comfortable with the palms facing the ceiling. Let's bend the knees, bring the feet as comfortably close to the hips as is nice for you. Breathe. Just notice how you feel now with your feet flat on the floor. You can snuggle around, get comfortable, and exhale completely. With your next inhale, pick those feet up off the floor. And as you exhale, gently draw the knees towards the shoulders or the chest. Inhaling, you're using the pelvic floor muscles, some of your leg muscles. Keep the knees and ankles relaxed as you can. And as you exhale, draw those knees towards the body again. Inhaling, the knees come away from the body. And notice what these actions do in your lower back. As your knees come away above the hips, maybe that lower back lifts a little off the floor. And as you exhale and draw the knees towards the body, you do feel, or I do feel, that lengthening in the lower back. How about you? Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Knees above the hips. And exhale, knees coming towards the body with awareness of that lower back gently pressing onto the floor. Let's stretch those legs up from here. If possible, stretch your legs up. Shake them out a little bit. Notice how that feels. And then one at a time, with slow awareness, bring one foot to the floor and then the other foot to the floor. How does that feel? Notice. Okay, so now you've got your feet comfortably away from or close to your hips, wherever it feels good. And you can vary that positioning of your feet according to how it feels in your knees and your hips, right? Just vary it a little bit and see where you find the best place for half bridges. So exhale completely. Your feet are flat on the floor. And as you inhale, press into those feet, using those glutes for this lift. Lift your hips up. You can just keep those arms on the floor today. And exhale, floating the hips back down. So if your arms are on the floor, your shoulders can stay more relaxed, right? Let those shoulders be home. Let the neck be relaxed. And again, inhale, lift those hips up. Does your chest rise to meet your chin? As you exhale, float back down. Once again, inhale, pressing into those feet, lifting the hips up. This time, you can stay here and bring your arms closer together if possible, kind of rolling them under your body a little bit. How does this feel? Press into those feet, squeeze those glutes as you inhale. Exhale, soften a little bit. Let's stay here a couple more breaths. Inhale. Squeeze those glutes. The hips will lift a little higher. Drag the heels isometrically towards the shoulders a bit. Exhale, soften. One more breath. Inhale, squeeze those glutes. Drag the heels isometrically towards the shoulders. Notice how that feels. And this time, as you exhale, release and float everything back down to the floor. Let's stretch those legs out. Keep them more separate this time. And let's stretch each side in turn. Taking the right arm up as you inhale, stretch the right side of your body. Feel that stretch. Maybe they're lifting slightly off the surface that you're on. And as you exhale, soften a little bit. Let's bring that right arm down and pick up the left arm and inhale, stretch the left side of your body. Feel that stretch. And as you exhale, soften, relax, bring the left arm down, pick up the right arm again and stretch now across the body, right arm, left leg as you inhale. Feel that stretch across your body. And as you exhale, soften and flop, bringing that right arm down, pick up the left arm and stretch across your body, left arm, right leg as you inhale. Stretch, and as you exhale, soften. Let's bring that arm down, bend the knees again, bring the feet flat to the floor, and a little bit of windshield wiper as you're ready. Relax those arms out to the side, and with your feet at least hip width apart, more likely as far apart as the mat is wide. Do a little windshield wiper here. You can inhale the knees up to center and exhale over to the side. Inhale up to center and exhale over to the side. Let's do that again on each side. Inhaling up and exhale over. Inhaling up and exhale over. So it's time now for our meditation, our relaxation pose. You can situate yourself with your feet up a chair, heels on a wall, or just in Shavasana, relaxing. You choose and get yourself really comfortable. We're going to just take a couple minutes today. And those of you who are watching the video, you can do this on your own. I'm going to stop recording now. It's been nearly an hour we've been together. I will go ahead and thank you very much for being here. And those of you who are here with me now, stay with me. We'll do our meditation and get back together. So I'm stopping.